You probably think a god of destruction wipes out planets for some grand, justifiable reason. Think again. Imagine surviving a visit from an all-powerful deity just by serving him a flawless, delicious drink. You breathe a sigh of relief, thinking your world is safe. But then, with a simple tap of his finger, he violently turns half of your planet into cosmic dust, slaughtering hundreds of billions of people in an instant. His only excuse for this massacre? He was on a diet. If you have ever believed that supreme beings operate on logic, you are completely wrong. Wait until you see how an entire race was brutally pushed to the brink of extinction over a literal pillow. 1. Trapping Old Kai for 75 million years. Let us return to the ancient era of the Dragon Ball timeline, when Beerus was first mentioned. Back in that primordial age, the 15th generation Supreme Kai appeared, sharing a life link with the god of destruction of that era. That was until a replacement stepped in. Speaking of Old Kai, the poor guy was young and full of life before an old witch forced a fusion on him. But that is not all. He was just reading a comic when she snatched his Patara earring. The young, handsome Supreme Kai transformed into a withered old man, reeking of age, but the nightmare had just begun. During a cosmic meeting among the gods, Old Kai was quite petty, while Beerus was notorious for holding grudges. Over a trivial dispute, the two clashed, shaking the very heavens and earth. Beerus wanted to erase this old man to make life easier, but he remembered their life link. Killing him meant suicide, and destroying the realm was not an option. So, Old Kai sat there looking smug. Beerus, filled with rage, sealed him away inside the Z sword and simply walked away. You would think he would release him after cooling down, but Beerus completely forgot about him for 70.5 million years. The universe eventually birthed a replacement Supreme Kai. If Gohan had not broken the seal, Old Kai would probably still be crying in the dark. 2. Punishing King Vegeta. This incident was incredibly absurd, yet it scarred Vegeta for his entire life. One day, Beerus was preparing to enter his long, silent hibernation cycle. To sleep well, one needs a comfortable pillow and bed, so he descended upon planet Vegeta and ordered King Vegeta to offer the softest pillow in the universe. In return, he would turn a blind eye to the Saiyans raiding and conquering other planets. King Vegeta was terrified, bowing down and obeying every single command. After a long year of raiding, he managed to plunder a massive amount of loot. He secured the absolute best pillow in the universe for the god of destruction. However, while waiting, the king had a baffling thought. He kept that best pillow for himself. What was he thinking? King Vegeta decided to give the second best pillow to Beerus, trying to trick the god of destruction. Beerus might be lazy, but he is not stupid. Somehow, Beerus found out about the hidden pillow and was utterly enraged. He pinned King Vegeta to the ground, crushing his head under his foot like a cigarette, but the impact was immense. Young Vegeta, hiding in the shadows, watched in absolute terror. The king handed over the softest pillow and begged for his life. Imagine losing your entire race just because of a pillow. But for some reason, Beerus took the pillow and spared them for the moment. A truly merciful, yet incredibly petty and vengeful god. Not long after, Frieza spoke about the rising threat of the Saiyang race. Hearing this, Beerus suggested that the space tyrant should just obliterate their planet. Frieza, being the obedient little tyrant he was, immediately blew it to cosmic dust. Waking up 30 years later, Beerus laughed out loud upon hearing of planet Vegeta being destroyed. He found it hilarious. If Vegeta ever found out the truth about this, his heart would shatter. 3. Destroying half of the pig planet. The first time we saw Beerus in the manga, he appeared on a planet filled with pig-like aliens. These pigs seemed to have a highly advanced civilization. They were far more advanced than humans. When the god of destruction noticed them, they already knew of his cosmic presence. Unlike Earth, which remained completely ignorant, the cat deity visited them for a meal, granting the pigs a twisted blessing. The blessing was simple: serve delicious food, and your planet survives. Fail, and you die. He was a terrifying guest. The Pig King, fearing the wrath of the destroyer, did everything in his power. He rushed the kitchens, assembling hundreds of top-tier chefs. They used the rarest ingredients and the finest spices on the planet to prepare the feast. Thousands of others served him flawlessly. With such incredible hospitality, what more could he want? The god did not even eat the food, he simply drank a single glass of water. It was organic water mixed with pasteurized milk. He chugged it down, called it delicious, and then announced his reward. He would only destroy half of their planet. Beerus gently tapped his finger on the table. The planet violently quaked. Seconds later, an entire hemisphere was turned into cosmic dust. Hundreds of billions of lives were brutally slaughtered in an instant. The remaining survivors would not last long either. The broken planet would be forced to reshape itself while orbiting its star. Exposing the planetary core means endless volcanic eruptions, tsunamis, and non-stop natural disasters. The remaining hemisphere would suffer a fate worse than death. What was the point of destroying half a planet just because the drink was good? Are you crazy? It was delicious, but I am on a diet. This stuff is too fatty. If I get high cholesterol, then what? Destroying half is already a mercy. He got a free meal, spoke arrogant nonsense, and still ruined their world. If it were me, I would shave that bald cat. 4. Punishing Goku. It all started because of a ridiculous dream about a warrior who could challenge him. In the dream, everything was blurry. He could not feel anything clearly, but it made him unbelievably annoyed. He spent the whole day drifting in a daze over some unknown guy. He asked the oracle fish, but it gave no clear answers. Furious, he starved the fish, allowing it only one meal a day. The fish then remembered it was the Super Saiyan god. But almost all the Saiyans were already extinct. Whis pointed out the few remaining Saiyans, specifically targeting one living on Earth. That was Goku. Goku is a battle maniac, always craving a good fight, but Beerus looked down on him from the start. He went to Kinkai's planet to check him out. He inspected Goku thoroughly, practically judging every inch of his body, concluding that this guy was nothing special. Beerus decided to head home. The Super Saiyan god was just a dream. The universe was spared from destruction, but Goku wanted to fight. If you are strong, stay and fight. Beerus accepted the challenge. Goku transformed into a Super Saiyan and launched a flurry of punches, but it was like fighting in his sleep. Beerus got bored and prepared to leave. Sparing his life, Goku quickly powered up to Super Saiyan 2. Even then, he could not touch a single hair on Beerus. It looked like an old man doing Tai Chi. Goku was too weak to even make Beerus try. He then went all out. Ignoring the risk of destroying Kinkai's planet and threatening the entire Earth, Goku pushed himself to Super Saiyan 3, releasing immense pressure to overwhelm the cat deity. The sheer force of his punches alone could warp the surface of a planet, yet Beerus blocked every single strike with just one finger. Even a full dot-powered Kamehameha was casually deflected with a single finger. Goku charged in again but failed to land a single hit. Ultimately, he was sent flying dozens of meters away with just a simple flick to the forehead. Then, Beerus delivered a light chop to Goku's neck. He was instantly critically injured, losing all his energy and reverting to base form. He plummeted to the ground. Goku clearly did not know his place. Hopefully after this brutal defeat, he will learn some humility and stop picking fights recklessly. This battle proved that there is always a higher mountain. Super Saiyan 3 used to be the peak of power in Dragon Ball Z, but in Super, it is just a clown act. We can never know when an even stronger foe will appear. Beerus set off to destroy Earth. 5. Beating up Majin Buu over pudding. After Bulma introduced Beerus to the Earthlings during her birthday party, everyone was terrified except for Majin Buu. That gluttonous pink blob was busy stuffing his face. Buu did not care who this god was, he just kept eating. Beerus could have easily ignored him, but that fat pink blob became the very catalyst for Earth's doom. Beerus heard about a legendary dessert called pudding. It sounded heavenly. Unfortunately, Majin Buu had hoarded every single cup of pudding for himself. The cat deity approached him, politely asking for just one cup of that soft, sweet pudding. Just give me one bite, buddy. I have been fasting for hundreds of years. Buu licked the bowls clean right in front of him. Oh, come on man, we traveled millions of light-years. Just one bite, Beerus begged, shedding his divine dignity for a taste, but the fat blob licked every last drop. Completely disrespecting the god of destruction, in a single second, Buu launched hundreds of heavy punches right into the god's face. Each punch had the force to shatter a planet, yet Beerus just stood there, completely unfazed. It was just a joke to him. He grabbed Buu casually, completely overpowering the ultimate cosmic entity. He spun Boo around like a windmill, faster and faster. Then he slammed him deep into the ocean, ready to deliver a finishing blow to end his life. Oh my god, all of this over a cup of pudding. Why beat him to death over a snack? Beerus slapped him around like a helpless fish, but Boo is not killed that easily. After recovering, he blasted out of the water. Completely enraged, he attacked with far more power, trying to punch the god of destruction. Are you kidding, fatty? No matter how many hits he threw, he could not even touch Beerus. In the end, Boo was beaten like a torn rag, battered and unconscious. 6. Thrashing the Earth's warriors. After crashing the party, Beerus had initially acted quite polite. He even paralyzed Vegeta and played nice just to enjoy the birthday feast. The Earthlings were welcoming to the master and student duo. Beerus responded with proper manners, making even Yamcha lower his guard. But eventually, that greedy fat blob pushed his buttons. Beerus lost his temper and beat the absolute hell out of Majin Buu. This forced all the Z fighters to jump in and gang up on the cat deity. They actually dared to attack the god of destruction. How arrogant of these Earthlings. Arrogance brings punishment. Gotenks tried to teach him a lesson, but Vegeta was shaking, sweating profusely, unable to even move a muscle, let alone attack. The Saiyang Prince resorted to crying and begging, willing to do anything to calm the god down, but the cat deity was already furious. He beat the entire squad of Earth's warriors into a bloody pulp. None of them had the strength to fight back. Even the fusion warrior Gotenks had his arms swollen from being spanked. In the movie he literally got spanked. Ultimate Gohan and Boo were also swiftly crushed. Their heads slammed together. Beerus decided to obliterate the planet right then and there. No pudding, no Super Saiyan God. Destroying this pathetic world was the only logical step. Right as Earth was about to be destroyed, Bulma walked up and slapped him across the face. Beerus did not hold back. He retaliated with a fierce backhand, silencing her at her own party. This finally triggered Vegeta. He went absolutely berserk, transforming into an enraged Super Saiyan 2. His power multiplied immensely, momentarily overwhelming the god of destruction. You messed with the wrong prince. Oh, cat god, did you really have to push it this far? You could have just stayed in space and demanded snacks. Why waste time messing with them? 7. Destroying the dinosaur planet. This was an incredibly toxic move by the cat deity. Even I felt terrible for the people living there. Beerus had a craving for dinosaur meat. He descended upon a planet famous for its delicious dinosaurs. This planet housed intelligent beings, much like Earth's primitive cavemen. They were hardworking, struggling daily through hunting and gathering just to survive. On that day, they hunted a monstrous dinosaur that had been terrorizing their families and village. They also hoped the meat would feed them through the harsh famine. They fought the beast fiercely, throwing spears, but the beast breathed fire, killing dozens of them. Fortunately, their tribal hero arrived. He attacked the dinosaur, pinning it down, allowing the hunters to finish it off. He became a beacon of hope for his people. They cheered for their savior, their unyielding spirit shining bright. But then this damn god appeared, demanding the captured dinosaur and giving them a 3-minute time limit. Who would agree to that? Are you crazy? They would rather die than surrender their prize. Yet, at only 2 minutes and 20 seconds, Beerus got impatient. Before Whis could even finish his plea, the hero transformed and attacked the alien invader. But he was nothing against the god of destruction. No matter how much he attacked, Beerus blocked everything with just one finger. Even a deadly bone spear failed to leave a single scratch on him. It was completely useless. Beerus countered, swatting him to the ground unconscious. Why do this? He was just a man fighting for his ideals, protecting his people and their homeland. Why did the cat strike him down? Hearing too much chatter, the cat deity threw a tantrum. He abandoned the dinosaur meat and dropped a drop of destruction energy, obliterating the entire region. Billions of innocent lives perished along with the planet, all because of the petty temper of the god of destruction. 8. Erasing Zamasu. In the anime, after witnessing the battle with future Trunks, Goku was highly impressed by the newcomer's power, but right then, Goku Black suddenly appeared through a space-time rift and clashed with Goku. Whis noticed the time ring that Black was wearing. That item is something only Supreme Kais are permitted to possess. Beerus quickly realized that Goku Black was no ordinary copy. A Goku is a Goku, regardless of the color. But his acute senses told him that Black was not a Saiyang at all. I have felt this energy before. With his sharp intellect, he suspected it was Zamasu, the apprentice Supreme Kai of Universe 10. He traveled there with Whis and the battle maniac Goku. Goku sparred with Zamasu, confirming that his energy perfectly matched Goku Black, but without hard evidence, they had to return to their universe. Beerus was deeply frustrated that he could not eliminate the arrogant apprentice right then and there. You need solid proof. You cannot just execute a deity on a whim. But the cat holds grudges. They return to Universe 10 once again to confront that treacherous Zamasu. Knowing Goku always runs his mouth and exposes their plans, they pretended to leave. They hid in space and used Whis staff to monitor the situation. Zamasu assassinated Gowasu. That is right. He murdered the Supreme Kai of Universe 10. Whis immediately recorded the crime. Then, Whis rewound time. Bringing Gowasu back to life, Zamasu formed an energy blade, ready to strike Gowasu from behind, but the group teleported in instantly, saving Gowasu's life. Caught red-handed, Zamasu was pushed into a corner and arrogantly decided to attack. What an incredibly stupid move. Did he really think he could fight a god of destruction? Beerus had hated this guy for a long time. He casually blocked Zamasu's strike, grabbed his hand, and looked him dead in the eye. You made a grave mistake. Hakai. The apprentice Supreme Kai of Universe 10 was completely erased from existence. He vanished from this timeline, although his counterparts still plagued other timelines.